It's time for Show Off Sunday, where everyone has a chance to show off their own car, and here's this week's winner.
Welcome to the video, guys. I'd like to thank Scotty Kilmer for giving me this opportunity to showcase my car. This is my daily driver. It's a 2007 Toyota Prado, Land Cruiser Prado. It's a 4-liter V6 and I absolutely love it. One feature I really love about this Prado is the door-like booth, basically. So you open it up and you get this huge opening where you can just load stuff. And of course you've got a lot of space here. You've got quite a bit of space here to load luggage and whatnot. Got a few options like the rear spoiler over here, which is a good option. And you've got the roof racks as well, just in case you need to load stuff up there. I have, of course, added these chrome accents to the car. I'm running some Dunlop AT3s right now, so it is an all-terrain tire. So gonna take the car for a little ride. Now I should mention it is a Land Cruiser. The second word pretty much says it. You should be cruising. So it's not a car you want to be speeding and you know, accelerating and braking really quickly. You're gonna screw up your gas mileage completely. But let's take it for a little ride. It honestly is, for me, I find it is very comfortable. It is a very soft moving car. The suspension setup is extremely soft. The reason you buy these things is mainly because of how reliable they are. Absorb most of the bumps. The steering is decently soft, and it does feel luxurious to me. It does feel very cool, very calm in here. So there you go. It is it is bloody fast. Other features apart from that I like, of course, this one has the sunroof. And why I think this car is perfect for Kenya. See, you got another Prado coming up straight away. That just explains everything. But basically, you'll see a lot of these in Kenya, and you'll see a lot of Land Cruiser 100 series and 200 series as well. And that's because the roads are not perfect. The roads are just not perfect. And you're gonna come across a lot of roads that are just unfinished. And honestly, they're quite challenging. So these cars are just perfect here. And I love these cars because they really retain their value very well, because they're so reliable and because they can be running, you know, 300, 400, 500,000 kilometers without any issues whatsoever. They hold their value very well. This is the VVTi, so variable valve timing. And that really helps improve fuel efficiency. They had the 2.8 liter petrol, then they had the 3 liter turbo diesel, and then they had this one, which was the 4 liter V6 petrol, which I believe is by far the best engine, simply because of the amount of power it has, the amount of torque it has. You just feel like you got a lot of power under your foot at any point in time. Cars fit a lot of luggage, 3-4 bags, no issue whatsoever. So airport trips, long journeys are just a breeze. So why these cars are so good off-road is, as I mentioned, they're built on a solid frame, as opposed to if you look at the other manufacturers, European manufacturers, and a lot of those cars that are just built in an aluminium enclosure. So this, of course, is offering you a lot more strength. It helps when you're going over potholes or sort of speed bumps at a high speed. You don't have to worry about that. Full-time four-wheel drive, center diff, and of course you can lock the rear diff. In off-road capability, these things are basically untouchable, and it gives you that confidence on the road that I can go anywhere and I most likely will get out of that scenario. And if you look at the interior, a few things have been changed, of course. You can see here there's a bit of carbon fiber trim. I've just added that myself. Gear cover and handbrake cover. The seats are covered with, of course, some seat covers. Nice soft cushion material. This is a functional vehicle that you don't want to worry about getting it dirty. So those mats really help out. Steering cover, because I realized the Prados have got a kind of a thin steering wheel, and a lot of the shock when you go over rough roads, a lot of the shock comes through the steering wheel. So putting a cover on is really, really useful. So one thing I really love about this car is the high driving position. Basically you sit a lot higher up than you would in other cars or smaller cars, and that really gives you a commanding driving position. You really do feel like king of the road. And I believe the only other cars that give you this kind of driving position would be a Range Rover. Everything else is pretty much much lower down, more sporty. But this really lets you sit high up. So we're just taking a beautiful drive in sunny Nairobi. So if we talk about maintenance schedules on these kind of cars, basically it's extremely simple. You don't really have to do much, and you don't really have to worry about much, just the standard stuff. If you change oil every 5,000 to 8,000 kilometers, oil filters just about the same period, air filters every 20,000 kilometers, and spark plugs about every 100,000 kilometers, and you don't really have to worry about anything else. So this is a perfect example of what I mean by some of the roads in this country are just unfinished, and that's why these cars are so popular over here. So in these kind of scenarios, you got a long stretch of road, so comfortable, so soft, and you could just drive like this for hours and hours. I want to thank Scotty once again for giving me this opportunity to showcase my car. Love the content, love the videos, and just keep it coming. Thank you so much, Scotty. Here is the 4-liter 2007 Prado, my daily driver. Absolutely love it.
Well, that was this week's video, and remember, to have your car video highlighted here on my channel, check this out! So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell!